Okay. So now for this statement, what is the query? So you can see here, list the employees whose salary greater than 1500. So you carefully see, sometimes greater than or equal to, sometimes just greater than. So accordingly, we must use the operator actually. So here, select what he is asking, just employee names or employees. Okay. So that means all details of the employees. So simply you can take star. So from EMP, now in the where clause, what we have to do, salary must be greater than 1500. Is it? So that is what, right, he is asking. Now if I run this one, you can see the employees whose salaries is greater than 1500. So of course, this is simple one just for practice. Now let us take one more. List all employees except managers. So this kind of question we seen yesterday, right? Try to write down yourself also. So here also he is asking all the details of the employee. So take star from EMP. Then where, in the where clause, what we need to put? Except managers. That means in, in so now, so here is asking list of all employees except managers. That means we need others, right? So simply, okay, if you write not equal to manager, then others automatically will come, right? So that is what we are going to write in the query. Where, what actually, job not equal to. So because it is a string, try to write down that in a single quotes. So that is what manager. So you can see now this is not equal to symbol. So yesterday, if you remember that, yesterday we discussed how line is going to execute. Is it or not? So here also, so for example, here if I take select star from EMP, we have the data, this one, is it? Now here it will come to the first line. And what is the condition we written here? Job not equal to manager. So it will check under the job column, clerk. Clerk not equal to manager. Yes, condition true, right? So because condition is true, this entire line it is returning. Because here we are asking star. Is it or not? So similar manner, line by line. So try to practice in this manner. When you are increasing the complexity one by one, easily you will understand actually. Easily you will evaluate that what is happening. Okay, especially when you write the where condition. So that is what job not equal to manager. So first line will come, for that means first employee will come Smith. Alan is also salesman not equal to manager, condition true. So this also will come like that. If you come to the Jones, manager not equal to manager, what will happen actually? So especially when you come to the Jones, job is what actually manager. That is what left hand side of the condition. This is what the condition, right? So this is the condition. So in job place, whatever original value under that column, that value is going to replace. And then what you have after that actually, manager. That is what RHS side, whatever we written is this one. Now manager not equal to manager, but both of them equal, right? That means condition false. Try to evaluate always in this manner, because maybe if possible today itself we will see, we will try to include more conditions. At that time, how to evaluate, you must be in a position to analyze actually. Okay, so that is what line by line it is going to execute. Now if I run this one, except managers, all employees you are going to get in the output. So you can observe under job category there is no manager. Total 14 rows are there, but only 11 rows are there in the output. That means 3 rows, 3 employees are there as a managers. Is it or not? So hope this is simple one with a simple one condition. Okay. Now, so Try to write down for this. Even for this also we written yesterday itself while you are practicing. So list the employees who are working in department number 10. So this is also simple, right? So only in the department number 10, whoever is working, those employees we need actually. So at that time, what we will write? Select star from EMP where DEPT number is it or not? So DEPT number equal to 10. So this is simple one only. Okay. So you can see all the 10th department employees are there in the output. That is one thing. Okay. So hope you are able to follow this. Then the next one. Yeah. Try to write down the query for this. This is also straightforward. There is no big logic under this. Display the details of employee Turner. Turner details we need actually. So what is the corresponding column? All these things you must identify. Turner means what actually? It is a name, right? Turner means it is a name, e-name. So whoever e-name is equal to Turner, whoever with the Turner, his details we need actually. So that is also straightforward, right? So you can see select star from EMP where e-name actually, column name is e-name equal to Turner. Later we will see with the strings actually different things are there. So here we are using the equal operator and we can use some other operators also. Later we will see with the strings when you are dealing actually. So here if you see, if you execute this one, so you got the Turner details actually in the output. So this with the simple one condition, it is simple. Always here the intention is to try to understand all these operators actually, especially these first 6 operators. Okay. So these things, those are separate lectures. We will see those things later actually. Okay. Okay. So this is good. Now, so let us go further actually. Let us try to discuss more on this. Here, if you observe in the where clause, here you can see and or not operators. So let it be the not operator. Let us come to this one. See, in the previous slide, so for example, here you see, this is department number equal to 10. That means that is one condition only you written. Only one condition, condition 1. But sometimes you have more than you may have more than one condition. So for example, I need all the salesmen in the 10th department. Display all the employee details who are working as salesmen and in department number 10. So if you observe salesmen as well as 10th department. So two conditions you must place actually. Condition 1, condition 2. And that too what? You didn't ask that either salesman or 10th department employee. No. You asked that salesman and also 10th department. That means it must be and operator, right? Between when and overall is going to become true. Condition 1 must be true. Condition 2 must be true. Then overall result is true. This is normal basic mathematics, 10th class mathematics. Is it or not? If you have a AND operator. So if at least any one of the condition is false, then overall condition is false. That is what AND operator, right? And OR operator is what? Condition 1, condition 2. So if at least any one of them is true, true, false, false, true. In all these 3 cases, condition is true. If both of them is false, then condition false. Is it or not? So same thing here, true, false, false, true, false, false. All possible combinations we took here. So now you can see only in this case, in case of AND operator, true. Okay, this is really very, very important, because when you are try to when many tables are involved, and if you are filtering on a big table, you are not going to end with a simple one condition. You have to go with more conditions actually. So when you have more conditions, what is the relation between those conditions? Is it a and or mainly? So that is the reason. Just first of all, try to understand at the basic level this one. When an or operator overall going to become true. Okay. In case of and operator, overall going to become true. If it is overall true, then that particular row is coming in the output. That is simple thing. So now here you can see and or operators are used to filter records based on more than one condition. So as we discussed, okay. Here I just told two conditions. You may have more than two also. And very, very important discussion is involved here. Please listen carefully. Now, if you take AND operator, displays a record if all the conditions are true. So how many conditions are there in the where clause? If all conditions are true, then only overall it is true. Okay. Suppose if I have one more condition 3, so if all true, then only overall it will become true actually. So we will see examples. Let it be. And the same thing, OR operator. If at least one of them is true, overall condition is true. So let it be. Not operator is just opposite actually. Display the record if condition is not true. So we will discuss this one separately. This have some logical thing is there. We will see that. Now, you can see here. First of all, try yourself. Of course, this is simple. List the clerks whose salary greater than 1500. So what will be the query? Try to write down the query and put it in the chat. Unit query. So yeah, you can see. List the clerks whose salary is greater than 1500. And though they didn't mention which operator or and operator. So here you can see the first, let us take a whole table. So this is the whole table, right? Now, what he is asking, list the clerks actually, whose salary greater than 1500. So first default things, let us take star from EMP. Now the main thing is in the where clause. First of all, employee must be clerk. That means job type is what? So under job, he must be clerk. So you can see clerk, right? Then what is another condition saying that salary must be greater than 1500. So salary greater than 1500. Suppose if I run like this, what is going to happen? It is going to throw error actually. You can see. See, some syntactical error is there. So this is always not recommended. Okay. So you see, this is condition 1. Okay. So this is condition 1 actually. And this is condition 2. Read the statement carefully. In that statement, what operator is involved, whether it is and or. So clerk whose salary greater than 1500 means he must be clerk and his salary must be 1500. That means both he must satisfy, right? If I told you bring a second year student whose marks more than 80%. That means what? He must be second year and at the same time his marks must be greater than 80. Both conditions must satisfy, right? Both conditions must satisfy means and operator we must use, right? So between these two conditions, use the and operator. So you see, and operator color is different. Got it or not? Now if I run this one, you can check that output. Okay, there is no employee who is satisfying both. let us do one thing. So clerk's salary maximum is how much? 1100. So let us take 1000. Now let us check, because our query should return something, right? So you can see now. So job type is clerk and their salary is greater than 1000. Earlier query is also correct, but there is no employees to satisfy that condition. Now in this, by changing this value, there are 2 employees satisfying this one. Got it? This is simple one, of course. If you know already, let it be, no problem. Okay. So hope this is clear. Now, so try to answer this one. List all employees who are either manager or working department number is 10. Try to write down the query and place it in chat box. Hope you are working on that. Yeah, great. So you can see either he is a manager or he can work in the 10th department. So that means first individually you try to develop the condition, and then and then uh, and then think about the relation between those conditions actually. So select star from EMP, where now you see what he is asking. Either manager. Manager means what? Job type, either manager, or actually there itself you can observe, or by statement you can understand actually, or what he is saying, department number. So DEPT number equal to 10. So now let us see, is there any employees satisfying both? Yes. So you can see only one employee is satisfying both actually. That is what we discussed, right? Or operator means at least one condition must be true. Either this condition, so you can see either condition 1 or condition 2. If any one is true, then overall that record is returning in the output. So that is why you can observe that Jones is the manager, but his department is not 10, though he came in the output because one condition is true. And one logical question I would like to ask. Okay. Hope first of all this part is clear, right? Try to answer this one. First of all, this is really logical. Of course, simple, but think yourself. Okay. Here, condition 1 is there. Condition 2 is there. I am talking about AND operator. We are at the AND operator. Okay. Suppose condition 1 is true. Okay. Is it required to evaluate condition 2? Is it required to evaluate condition 2? You just try to answer. Yes, because when overall it will become true, if all the conditions are true, then only you will conclude that that particular row is true actually, all conditions. That means that particular row you are going to return. Now, similar fashion, try to answer that. If condition one, and one more thing, condition one, it will first evaluate. Evaluate meaning is what? It is just checking whether that particular value is matching with the RHS value or not. That's it. That is what evaluation. Okay. So if condition one is false, is it required to evaluate condition two? Same question. Is it required to evaluate condition two? Why? Try to answer that also. Yes, the moment the if any one of the condition is false, so that means you will start evaluating one by one only. At once, all the conditions it is not going to evaluate. So the moment condition one get to know that it is a false, there is no meaning of checking other conditions actually. Anyhow, one of the condition is false means overall condition is also false. This entire part is going to become false. False, irrespective of this condition 2 is true or false. Overall, it is false. Got the point? That is the reason other part you no need to check. Okay. Similarly, just come here. These are the sometimes written test questions actually in SQL part also. So many times I observed. Okay. Please try to understand. Simple thing only, but very efficient. Suppose condition 1 is false. Similar fashion, just try to answer same question. Yes, it is required because if any one is true, if at least one condition is true, so in that case, if this is, it must go for the second condition actually. When first condition is false. Okay. So similarly, if first condition is true, now is it required to go for the second condition? It's not required, right? Simple thing, quite opposite to the AND operator. So since one condition is true, at least one condition true. That means what actually? One of them is true, right? Already. So this is what really happening in the compiler. That is why I am discussing. To save the time actually, because it know already that this is a R operator. When the moment if first condition is true, it can stop the evaluation of the second condition. Because overally, irrespective of whatever be the result of the second condition, whether it is true or false, overall condition is going to become true, right? Like this case. Okay. So that is the reason second part it is going to skip. Okay. So of course this is simple, but really very, very efficient. Okay. Okay. So here it is simple, you see, basing on the English statement, either or. That means this whole thing is one part and this is another part. Okay. So in the where clause, this part one thing or part two. Okay. In part one, what we have? Either salesman, that means job type is salesman. Okay. And here and salary less than 1400. Is it or not? Or department number is 20. That's it. So better to not to deviate the meaning of the statement, use the braces always. So that meaning will not change sometimes. Okay. Let us see. So select star from EMP where, so let us take always like this. When you have more conditions are involved. So here, first thing is job type is salesman, right? And salary must be less than, what is the value? 1400. Or DEPT number is 20. Okay. So now you can see. See, always suppose, for example, if I remove the close brace, you can observe here at this corner, there is a red mark. Or for example, yeah, now you can see there is a red color. That means in the entire statement in the query, if you have any red underline, that means syntactically there is a error. So that without before checking, before running itself, you can get to know actually. And now you see the moment I corrected, you can see there is no red underline. Okay. Now if I run this, so you can see there are many employees, 7 employees are there who are satisfying this whole thing. Okay. Yeah. There is no employees who are satisfying both this and this, all three parts. Okay. So likewise, basing on the statement, you can increase the complexity actually. So any number of conditions you can write, that is not the big deal. The thing is, what is the operator you have to place basing on the requirement. So that is what you have to understand clearly. Hope that part is clear with this discussion. Okay. You just note down these queries. Try to answer them. Try yourself actually. Just take the screenshot or do something. We are not discussing these two now. We will go to the next. Next, very important. First, the C motto is select clause, and then from clause. Main thing is where clause we are about to complete, and of course many other operators are there. Operator wise, we will come back again. That we will see separately actually. The basic part of the where clause is completed. Now next we are going to see the order by class. After that, we will see very important discussion, that is group by, having, and aggregate functions. That is really very important. Okay. Definite questions in the interview first thing, and even in the real time also. If you want to play with the SQL, those things you must understand from very core level. Okay. Yeah. Now let us come to the order by class. So this is also not a big thing. As name implies, it is going to work. Nothing is there. So you see, some columns are the integer, that means string columns. Some columns are integer or float, that means numeric. So these are the numeric. Okay. This is also numeric. This is integer. Okay. Now, so it is always, it is a very general requirement, that very frequent requirement is that the final output you want in a specific order. That may be a ascending order or a descending order. Okay. Ascending means what actually? Low to high. Descending means high to low. So this is in case of the numbers actually, is it? What about alphabetically? So alphabetically ascending means what? A to Z. Descending means what? Z to A. So alphabetical means normal discussion only. Okay. That's it. So that is what order by keyword is used to sort the results set in a ascending or descending order. Only two possibilities. But many insights are there. Just try to understand. Order by keyword sorts the records in ascending order by default, of course. That we will see in the hands-on. If you want in a descending order, you have to use the keyword DESC. Okay. So this is the syntax. Let it be. So just observe this last part. Sorry. Order by. So columns you are mentioning. So let us try to see hands-on session step by step. So this is the table. First of all, we have select a star from EMP. So if I run, this is the whole data we have, right? Now, first of all, let us start with the easiest one, that is the salaries. So let us assume, we have a requirement that salaries we need in a ascending order. So you just order by clause keyword you must use. Then which column data you need in a specific order. That column you just mentioned. And we need that in a ascending order. ASC we can use. Now if I run this one, don't forget that here star is there. That means all columns, but salary column we need in a ascending order. So only salary column it is not putting in a ascending order. Corresponding data also will come automatically. So that means 800 is what Smith. So all his data will come in the same row actually. So now you just see. So now you see first of all salary column is in a ascending order 800 to 5000. And their corresponding data is not changing. Okay, same thing is there. You can observe. 5000 means king only. King salary is 5000, highest salary. Okay, that is what. Now another simple thing is you no need to use keyword ASC for the ascending. Okay. By default, it is going to become ascending order, even if you don't mention. Now you can see the same output. So you can see 800 to 5000. Got it or not? Okay. Now, now let us display the e-names in a descending order. So select star from EMP order by e-name. First, let us observe in ascending order. So I didn't mention anything. So that means it will come automatically in the ascending order. You can see Adams, Ellen, Blake. So all of them in a alphabetical order. Now, if I mention DESC, DESC or I guess DSC also. No, I guess. So DE, yes. So let us see. I guess C must be there. Now let us run this one. Yes, you can see word Turner it reversed. So in that specific order, it is going to display. So you can observe that 800 salary. 800 salary is what actually Smith. So other data along with that particular column value. Okay, what it is not just sorting only that column. All other data also will come. Okay. So this is the first basic part of the order by class. And with that too with a one column in the order by. Okay. So hope this part is clear. Now what we will do is select same thing, select star from EMP order by. Okay. Now, for better understanding, what I am doing is DEPT number and E-name. What is going to happen? Tell me. Is it sorting the DEPT number only or E-name only? And together, if together, in what way? Let us run. This is simple one. what we will do for better understanding here, let us take only those two columns so that we can observe one important observation. Yes. Now let us run. So you see here, see, very important discussion. This now here I changed this order, especially why we are going for the two columns in the order by class, DEPT number. Both the outputs definitely not going to become same. That is what I would like to tell. Okay. Okay. That means output order I am saying. Because you see, whoever be the first column in the order by class, in this order by, after order by, whoever be the first column, that is the first priority. That means that column, under that column, whatever data is there, that is going to sort first. After that, whatever column is there, suppose here 10, 10, 10. So in the 10th department, Clark is there, King is there, Miller is there. So you can observe in the 10th, whoever is there, all of them is in a alphabetical order. Only those people. That means after this is going to sort basing on the group here. You can observe. Now, for example, if you come to the 20th department, observe that 20 and then under 20, whoever is there, all of them in a sorted order. Again, here A came. So don't think that the entire ename is in a alphabetical order. If you have equal values in the first column, in those equal values, it is going to sort in this manner. Got it or not? So now let us observe quickly in the same manner 30. You just observe. Is it or not? Now, if I run this one, output definitely be different. You see here, first priority is what? E-name. You can observe that entire E-name you see in an alphabetical order. Adams, his department is 20 because there is no other Adam. So it is only one value. You don't find any difference without DEPT with the DEPT in this case. Same output. Because under ename there is no name is repeating. If name is repeating, you will find the difference. Okay. So that is what actually sometimes there is no meaning of placing some columns in the query also. That is what performance part that we will see. Okay. Now, if you want, you can observe both at a time. Okay, you can observe. So this is really very, very important. And one more insight we are going to see here. Just a minute. Okay. So hope first of all, with the two columns, how internally compiler is going to evaluate is clear. Yes or no? Please confirm with your message. Okay. Now let us see the next one. In the same thing, let us take this one. So you see, if I run, this is the output. Let it be. Now, if I give DESC, what may be the output? Tell me. Don't try to execute, just guess the output. So, is it going to display the DEPT number and ename in a descending order? That means 30 will come first. Like this set of rows coming first and then 20 and then 10. So simply, is it the reverse of this output? But surprisingly, you see what is the output. But DEPT number still is in ascending order. But you observe that their renames are in a descending order. Miller, King, so that means MKC. Or you can observe 20th department, Smith, Adams is lost. So whatever you kept here DESC, that is applicable only for that particular column. Here, since you didn't mention anything for the DAPT number, that is in ascending order only. Got it? Very important observation. This kind of outputs is really helpful for the reports. You need the outputs in a specific format and specific order. At that time, you must know how to bring those outputs. Okay. So now if I give DESC here, what is going to happen? Let us check. So now you see DEPT number first it kept in a descending order, and wherever same value is there, those are also in a descending order. Now if I remove DESC, what is going to happen? You can check. Now you see DEPT number first of all in a descending order, but E name is in a ascending order because you didn't mention in which order. That means by default E name is ascending order. Is it clear? So hope order by clause is also clear. So all basic clauses we completed. Group by clause, having clause, we will cover exclusively tomorrow. Okay. So if you have any doubts, first of all, let me know. Okay. So that's all for today actually. As we discussed this week, we will go with 1 hour only every day. So please try to practice. Just spend 10 to 15 minutes actually after every day's class, so that will become permanent. Just recap what we discussed. That is more than enough actually. SQL is really very simple, and core of the SQL we are discussing now. Basing on this only, anything advanced we are discussing, you will understand very easily. That is why don't miss these things. Okay.